Let's wait a couple of minutes. Get everybody in tune. Let me see this.
Yeah, I definitely want to discuss that towards the end. What Brother Maurice is talking about, man. I can't believe that those words have come out of his mouth. Wow.
Oh yeah.
I'm so disappointed.
Same
Me
here.
too. Me too.
As strong as he
I'm
speaks,
here. Exactly.
he would go back
Exactly.
and basically just tarnish his own legacy.
Mm-hmm.
Hotel, Miss Life Lessons. Hotel, Erica. Glad you join us. Wait for a few more people to come in. Get this party started. Wait for a moment. Yeah, that's crazy, man. This is getting crazy. Wait a few more minutes. Okay. Okay, I guess we'll just start. Okay, hold up, everybody. This is your RBG brother, Guy in Hollywood, coming to you with another real and just a real video, program. And I'm glad my brothers here to join me. What's good, brothers? How y'all feeling? I'm glad safe and sound.
Definitely. Peace and blessings, big bro. It's always a pleasure to be here with you and be with our brother as well. African supremacy. Yep. Doing safe while we're dealing with this, what they call it, shelter in place rule. But definitely glad to be here.
Yeah, peace, bro. Yeah, I definitely appreciate the invitation, man, to this discussion because like wow, this is something we had just did a show on probably like a month ago, and now we see that this is becoming a reality. So I just hopefully, by the end of today's discussion, that Black people wake up, man. We could share some type of information that might help someone, and it's time for Black people, to wake up, man. We have to be self-sufficient, do for self.
Mm-hmm.
As you can see, I got my brother, brother Bakari. Glad to join us, brother.
Yeah, peace, man. What's up?
It's good.
Oh man, just out here in my vehicle right now.
All right, all right.
Yeah.
At least
I'm
you're
on
on board, brother. It's going to be a deep topic, and it just was a lot on my mind, ever since this thing started to hit us. So I just have to really, I just have to feel like I have to speak on that. And by the way, want to say thanks to Brother Muhammad. I love his T-shirts. Please support the brother. The truth has come to you, and that's all we're about. We're about speaking the truth. So please support our brother Maurice Muhammad, because he definitely comes through. He definitely comes through. So okay, as you can see, today's topic is the coronavirus is caused by unnatural behaviors. And we have, we have done videos talking about this, how people are living this unnatural lifestyle, and and which is, it goes against nature. And now, as you can see, nature is fighting back. Now, everybody know that this coronavirus started in China. We already know Chinese people, they're nasty. They eat all types of craziness. They eat dogs. You see them, like, even when I'm on my news feed on Facebook, Facebook have it where they just show them boiling dogs and beating dogs, and you see it like a dog and cat market and all this other stuff. And now they're eating bats. Okay, so I'm going to show you. I'm going to screen share some things, but first I want to say this. There's all types of viruses that's caused by people, right? Now you got homosexuality, which causes syphilis. People messing with, having sex with dogs and animals, which creates syphilis. Then you have the whole HIV caused by homosexuals. Then you got the swirling, that also, because you mix two different DNAs together, that doesn't help. You know what I'm saying? Where you have the children who's the mixed breed, they got all types of genetic disorders. You know what I'm saying? Because the DNA don't mix. Two different species. So we have to understand that. We have to understand what is, to identify what's unnatural, and we got to understand the cause. When we go up against nature, it's going to cause a reaction. Even our mindset is somehow, it's the way we think is unnatural. And I'm gonna get into that later on, because I'm gonna tell you what my experience was when I dealing with Negroes who have this unnatural mindset. Okay, so first, I want to screen share something real quick, just to get people up to speed. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to screen share. I'm going to screen share something. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm going to screen share. Y'all see this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now it says the GOP senator says China to blame for the coronavirus spread because of culture where people eat bats, snakes, and dogs. Okay? That's the culture. That's disgusting. It's unnatural. It's unnatural. And this is what we are facing today. Now, I'm going to show you some pictures. I'm going to show you some pictures where it might be a little disgusting. So I hope y'all already ate. I'm not going to show you. I was going to show you, maybe I could show you a video, because I know there's videos out there, people actually doing this. But I'd rather just show you pictures. So let me just get out of here and show you some pictures, what I'm talking about. Show you some pictures here. This is it. Now, as you can see here, this is an Asian woman eating what you call bat soup. Okay, this is what they're doing, and they got videos of this baking bats or whatever. Now, this is not any old bat. This is probably vampire bats. This is disgusting. Okay, this is what they do. I'm going to show you another picture. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to show you another one where you show a I think it's this one here. Look what they're doing over there. Look at this. This is a dog. This is a dog. This is a meat market, like full of dogs. Dog meat. This is what they're doing. And these are not any old dogs. These are dogs that they catch off the street. And then you want to know why there's a virus? Now, I believe CNN, because this is what CNN says. I'm going to show you what CNN says right here. Because bats are not the problem. Bats are not the problem. It's people. Man is the problem. People is the problem. So I'm going to show you what CNN says. Let me show you what CNN says. So as you can see here, they said bats are not to blame for the coronavirus. Humans are. And it's true. Bats not the one going out there and infecting people. It's people out there going out there catching them and eating them. So, and then you want to know why we going through this manner, because people are just disgusting, and not all of us. I'm not saying all of us, but you got some of them that just creating their behaviors are disgusting. All this unnationality crap is going on, and it's killing us, killing our children, killing our elders, and it's killing innocent people. And then when you tell people, yo, stop what you're doing, you're hurting us, you're killing us, they're gonna keep going. And now this is what we are. Now some of us are quarantined, some of us are dying. Now we have a cancer problem. Now we got to deal with that shit. We got the HIV that haven't gone away. And they might not even have a cure for this coronavirus. They might not have it. So I want to show you that. Let me get out of here. To show you that this is not a game. This is not a game. And we gotta stop playing around, man. This is serious. But people are gonna still continue, and then what I don't like, they make laws to protect these motherfuckers. They make laws to protect the LGBT. They make laws to protect pedophiles and all these other monsters. They create laws to protect them. I don't understand that. But I'm gonna rest my mic because I got other things I want to address. But I'll let the panel discuss what they have seen so far, and tell what their experiences or whatever of what they have, their thoughts about this. Maurice, you can go.
Okay. One thing when we're dealing with these other cultures, these Asian cultures, I remember growing up in Philly, and it was on the news that they busted in the Chinese store. Health department and the police shut it down because they were serving cats and dogs, using them as meat and selling it to the people. So, when I was a little boy, I stopped eating Chinese food then, because with these different cultures doing their different kind of things that they do, it's not healthy. Everybody's way is not our way, and that's something that sure we understand and do what we do. That's not our way. That's not our how we live. That's how they live. That's their thing. That's their delicacies and all that foolishness. We are real human beings. We don't do that kind of thing. And so it is better for us to stick with what we know and what we do, and not the influences that come from outside of our community to try and destroy who we are and what we are about. When we stop and think about this coronavirus, and I know when it first came out and people were sending out these little things that showed coronavirus on the Lysol can and shown coronavirus on this and coronavirus on that. And they're thinking the virus had just, popped out, but that's not correct. The cracker that created the coronavirus, one of them name is Erica Brickington, and she works for the Pierre Bright Institute, I believe, in the United Kingdom. So, you're dealing with a overall thing where you had SARS and all of these other viruses that attacked China, the outbreak over there in China. And now you have this that's outbreaking, quote unquote, supposedly in China, and is affecting the rest of the world. Now China got their shit together, and all the rest of them is suffering. See, this is a cracker versus the Asian fight, bioweapon fight between them. And if we don't be wise, we fucking in the middle, and can possibly get caught up in this if we don't do what is properly required for us to do. So the Chinese and the cracker, they're going to fight each other thinking that one of them is going to win for supremacy. That's why they come in with these bioweapons. China was hit more than once. And some would say, well, why would China come up with a different strain of this virus that was created by the cracker, and now it affected China, now it's affecting the world, because it's called plausible deniability. Because they can say, shit, look, it happened to us too. So we lost some too, but who's losing more? See, we got to be able to look at this thing in its wider terms, because we are watching a proxy war being fought between and their Asians. This is what is going on, and so people are looking for us to be the ones that's dying the most in America. But hopefully, we will learn from what has already been done and begin to start making the proper decisions. And I'll rest my mic.
Yes, indeed, man. Well, first off, man, I mean, that stuff is very disturbing. What Brother Guy was showing. I mean, I've already seen some pictures like that, and of course, the majority of people, have heard stories about, how unsanitary that Asian cultures are, and as far as like what they consider to be delinquent cuisine. I mean, they eat rats and all type of vermin, from out of the streets or whatever. But I believe, what a coincidence, because I remember us four. Well, okay, we had us four, and I think Erica was with us. We just did a show. I believe this was like a month and a half ago or something like that, talking about survival. Now, I just think it's real ironic how a month and a half later, we will be in the middle of a crisis like this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, like if you just look around and do the research, when we talk about coronavirus, they're saying 334,000. I mean, these numbers are continuously rising. We have 334,000 confirmed cases and 14,597 deaths. Like, look around. I'm not sure how the brothers and sisters out here who may be listening, how you're affected in your own community. But in my community, like, water is flying off of the shelves. I mean, the food, like when you look on the shelves, a lot of these stores are practically bare. Man,
Mm-hmm.
we gotta have a do for self mentality and be self-sufficient to the point that we're able to provide ourselves the key essentials that we need in life, man. We gotta have shelter to keep our body temperatures up and keep us warm. We gotta have water to hydrate ourselves. I was doing some research. It says an adult male has to have at least 7.5 gallons of water a
Mm,
month.
mm,
So you need to make sure that you have, just the basic necessities. Like this is serious, man. I mean,
mm-hmm.
I'm looking. They've already issued stay-at-home orders in California. What is it, Illinois, and where my brother
Mm.
Guy Nollywood Jr. lives, man. And I definitely want him to discuss that because they haven't issued a stay-at-home order yet in Michigan. But I just wonder, um, does is he familiar with like any of the like what's going on with this whole stay-at-home order that's going on in New York? They got two
Man.
more states. I just looked it up, bro. I'm sorry. I definitely want you to get into that. But I was just
Yeah.
looking this up. Ohio and Louisiana, they're doing a live show right now. They're going to be the next two states added to the list.
Mm,
So Ohio and Louisiana. Before we know it, man, we're going to be. I mean, life is going to change.
mm,
Casinos have been shut down.
mm-hmm.
Bars, restaurants. They're telling people. I mean, I even saw Trump. He came on the television and said that we need to postpone funerals.
Mm,
Yeah. Any large event like concerts, what we as people who are in America are used to, having as our different means of entertainment, all of these things are being closed out.
mm,
So we're gonna have to, just reevaluate things. And this is serious, man. I just want to put that out there. Hopefully it gets better and not worse. So I'll
mm-hmm.
say what else I have to say. I'll pass the mic for the time being.
Brother Bacard?
Yeah, peace, everybody. I'm out in this store, so what I'm gonna say, like for me, right? I've been talking about taking care and being prepared. I've done several shows about that and about having a team, right? I don't know what they're planning to do with shutting down cities. I hear people talking about martial law. Where I see it is, man, my opinion on that, black people been under martial law. They've been coming to our
Mm.
neighborhoods and killing us. Everybody remember Eric Garner, I Can't Breathe, choking to death. It's just a whole lot of different things that I think we need to be prepared for. And even in this process of everybody going to get more guns, and I told Maurice and Guy the other day, I saw more black people in the store buying guns. But even that, it was one thing that I noticed. Other people that was in the store buying guns, they had a team. Every black person was in there is I'm taken care of. I'm taken care of. That's why
Mhm.
I've been posting more videos of me and my few people who I'm with because we see the need and you have to see a need to take care of each other. You can't just survive saying my house is okay, because if they come and decide to do something, they can just run through your little house with you and your 1,500 rounds of bullets. They
Mm-hmm.
can come run through that. We have to come to our senses where we know we need one another. We need one another to survive. You know how many people I've talked to in the last 3 weeks was like, Bakari, you've been telling us this, people here, you've been going to the barber shop, standing out in front of the stores for the last 2 years talking about this was coming and how black people need to come together. I've even had some of those people ask me, can they have some of my supplies? And the answer to
Mm,
that was no, because they have nothing they can offer. They have nothing. I told them no, and I meant it emphatically. And it's not the fact that I don't want to build with my people. It's the fact that they chose not to do nothing and they don't have anything. So now they are desperate and they want some of mine. No, you can't have mine because you have nothing to offer. I have a couple people that we have traded things with. Oh, I didn't have that. You've been saving all this time. I didn't have that. That I've traded some things with, but I'm not giving nobody nothing who don't have anything to offer. I get up, I go out, I tell people, I can tell you what store, what day the Dollar Tree shipment come. Because I'm up early. So when I get up, I go out. I know what day Dollar Tree come. I know what day Dollar General come. I know what couple of days Walmart gonna come. And I tell people. And they're sitting, waiting. Oh man, it was out of everything. Well, you should have been there earlier. We have to start taking this thing serious. We have to take this thing serious. And when we talk about China and Asia, I know because I ate a dog when I was in Asia. They told me it was chicken, and it just so happened a piece of it was left in the meat when we got to the end. And me and my homeboy had sat there and ate a dog. They thought it was chicken, and they had cut it up and put it in the noodles. So yes, I know they eat those things, but I'm going to tell you something. These Italians, Italy is worse off than China. So they're doing something too. And with the job that I had, and I'm driving around delivering food, delivering supplies to pizza joints in Italian restaurants, I literally at least, well, at least 3 different restaurants a week where I was seeing people straight from Italy just get here, been here 2, 3 months from December to the end of February. And Italy is worse off than China. This thing is getting out of control, and we are not taking it serious. And for the most part, the ones who are starting to take it serious, they take care of themselves in the process. Like I say, everyone else got a team. Most of our people, it's just what we gonna do, what I have in my house, what my kids have. Fortunately for me, I know a few good people who was on the same thing that I was on, and I posted a couple videos with us shooting. And there's other things that we do. There's a lot of things I'm not going to post on YouTube because it's not for everybody to know. Yeah, but fortunately, but we have to see a need to take care of one another. We have to see a need to want to feed one another. But in that process, you can't sit around and wait and not bring anything to the table and want someone to take care of you. You have to be able to bring something to the table when people are saving and preparing. You can't just give your stuff away to somebody because they're in need and they chose not to do anything. Now I yield the mic.
I totally agree. I think we've been saying about, we did a video about uh, how, the tools, using things, just basically learn how to survive and survival tactics, and just in case of a crisis like we're in now. Um, but my problem that I have is that you got people even within our own race who's that are not part of the solution. They're part of the problem. So when you have, give you a perfect example. That guy, what's his name from the he retired. What's his name? He got a 12-year-old. He's promoting his 12-year-old son to be a homosexual. What's his name? You know what I'm talking about?
Dwayne
Yes,
Wade.
Dwayne Wade. Now he wants his son to be a homosexual. So now his son will grow up having sex with other dudes, and that what you're gonna create more problems, just adding on the problem. Just adding on the problem. And this is the mindset of our people. So and then when something happens, oh, you gotta bail me out, but y'all part of the problem. Y'all didn't know when to stop. See, all of this is European behavior. All this is unnatural. All this stuff is Europe. Asians and Europeans go hand in hand. Europeans brought smallpox. But guess who cured smallpox? Did anybody know who cured smallpox? Did you hear the story? Brother Bakari, Muhammad, African supremacy. Anybody who
Yeah,
cured smallpox?
a slang
What's his
that
name?
I'm oh my God. I'm
Anonymous, right?
yeah, yeah.
Anonymous.
Uh-huh.
He cured
I did my research.
smallpox. It was
Yeah.
all people that did that. And the European didn't know how, he didn't know how, or how did you do it? But they caused the problem. Through eating people, cannibalism, sleeping with dogs and animals and all that stuff, they caused this. And now we gotta bear their burden. This is what I get upset with that. And then we gotta come up with an antidote for their bullshit. Now you got black people now are adding on the problem. They adding on the problem. Give you a perfect example. Give you another example. What happened to me when I was working at my last job? The mindset is unnatural. I mean, let's talk about the mindset. We was talking about Barack Obama. I said, well, I didn't vote for Barack Obama because Barack Obama is not, no, I said I didn't vote for Barack Obama. So one coonish dude, he's like, oh, well, I don't understand. You're supposed to be pro-black and you didn't vote for him. I said, well, first of all, he's not black. First of all, I asked him, what is your definition of pro-black? Well, someone that loves their people. I said, well, okay, but he's not black. Oh, well, you don't, and then somebody else said, another coonish dude said, well, you don't look all that black yourself. You look like you mixed with something. Now, it's so funny. Ever since I came to New York, it's like you got Negroes that have this color stroke. They want to be like everybody else, but nobody want to be like them. So they said that I look like I got mixed blood in me. So I said, look, I told him, I said, look, I can go back 3 generations of my time. I can go back through fallbacks 3 generations. That's a long time. From my parents, from my grandparents, and my great-great-grandparents. 3 generations. And I haven't seen no mix nothing in my family. So they said, oh, well, you got to go further than that. You got to go further back than that. I said, okay. I don't know how I'm going to do that. But if, according to your logic, that I haven't seen no trace of that of my family. Because you will see some of that resemblance in my family. Right? So they was like, well, they wouldn't tell you that. They wouldn't tell you. I said, so they wouldn't tell me, according to your logic, that means they wouldn't promote that because they know it's unnatural. It's not real. It's not authentic. If they've been raped, it's not unnatural. Why would they promote that? Why would they say, well, you got a little Irish blood in you. Well, you got a little this and that in you. Why would they promote that? They know it's unnatural. But according to these Negroes, they think that if we embrace it, we could be included or we could be accepted if we embrace it. That's unnatural. The mindset is unnatural. And then we act on this by mating with any old body. This is why swirling is unnatural. So then you want to know why these mixed kids come up with all types of diseases? They're confused. So when your mind is unnatural, then you're going to act on it. So yeah, you're going to eat certain things that you should not be eating. Like you got people, then you want to know why some of our people are obese and they coming down with all types of cancer, whatever, because that's all they do is eating meat. They're not eating vegetables. And we're really vegetarian people. because we melanated. Most of Africa is tropical. This is who we are. But you got some idiots, they want to follow the European man because he's eating meat, and everybody know the European man, he's a cannibal. The Asians are no different. They no different. The only difference with them, they just eyes is just slanted, but they got the same white skin. And now we gotta bear their bullshit. So this is where I get a little out. The behaviors is causing these diseases, as you see now. Now we can talk about protecting ourselves, and yeah, but see, we know this already. That's why I'm not really worrying about it. I'm not worrying about it. Only thing I'm worrying about is the elders and the children, and our children, my people. I'm the ones that's the innocents. I'm worrying about the innocent. You know, that's my concern. I know I'm healthy. I really don't worry about this corona. That's just me. I'm not really worrying about it. But I'm worrying about the elders and the children that's vulnerable. This is where we got to be concerned about this. That's my focus. I want to make sure they're okay. So far, I haven't heard no one have died around my neighborhood. I haven't heard anything yet. So, but we've been saying that we have to stop doing what we're doing because it's going to create a bigger problem. You got half of the people in Atlanta right now, most of the Negroes in Atlanta got HIV and syphilis. But they still going to keep doing what they're doing. They're going to still have their little homosexual sex and all this other stuff. It ain't stopping them. My question is why people is not stopped. Why didn't they stop what they're doing? That's my question. They know eating bats are wrong in China, but why didn't it stop? That's my point I'm trying to make. It's like, if you know this shit is unnatural, you know it's going to create a problem. Why keep doing it? And I think that's my point I'm trying to make in here. Like, man is like the CNN said. They said bats are not the problem. The humans are. The bats is being a bat. You know what I'm saying? A dog gonna be a dog. A snake gonna be a snake. Why don't you just leave them alone? Let them do what they do. They're not bothering you. But no, some of these people, they want to. Oh, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna eat them. I'm just gonna go. Like, you got these white people. They go to safari and shoot down all beautiful animals and just hang their heads on the wall like a trophy. That's not natural. You just want to have a elephant head on your wall, and you cool with that? Who does that? You got to be a savage person. You got to be. I don't even call that person an animal, because animals don't do no shit like that. That's just beyond barbaric. So you're gonna kill all these exotic animals, and these animals got families too. So you're gonna kill a male animal who has to protect his female and his children. You're gonna kill him. So now the female is vulnerable. No different what our people went through. They kill out the men, and then the woman is vulnerable, and the children is vulnerable. Unnatural bullshit. And I'm it just pisses me off. And no one don't want to listen. No one, people have been warned many times. Stop what you're doing. Stop what you're doing. It's been testing. It's been research, evidence. Now, you cut on the TV, they promoting this pill for HIV so it won't be detected. For homosexuals. This is for homosexuals. This has nothing to do with straight people. The heterosexuals, it's not having to do with them. This is for that pill is for homosexuals. But they pass laws to protect these people, these so-called dudes that dress like one of these transformers, tricking guys, tricking straight men. They going after because they trying to trick the straight men, not the homosexuals, the dudes who's into that stuff. Their job is to, if I can trick a straight dude, and I see them try to do it. But they trying to pass laws to protect these monsters. You know, that's unnatural. Why? You know, that's unnatural. And my whole question, and this is what I don't understand. You're gonna call yourself a woman, and people are labeling these dudes a woman, call them a she, and they don't know anything about biology. Because a woman, these dudes don't have a womb. That's why they call it womb man. You have to have a womb where the baby's in. These dudes can't produce milk. They don't have a womb where they can produce. They don't have eggs. So how the hell are you gonna call them a woman? Because they wear a dress and wear a wig and pop a wig on their head and wear some fake eyelashes. It's just sickening. But then you got people calling them a woman. And it's just unnatural. It's just unnatural stuff that's going around. And this is the reason why we in the mess we in. This is the reason why we in this mess. I don't know what y'all take on it.
You know, I definitely agree. That's the reason why we're in this mess. I wanted to go back over where Brother Bakari was touching on martial law, because it's important for our people to understand that, one, they're probably not going to actually use the term martial law. They're going to use the terms, and that's the term that we're under currently right here and right now. And there are parameters in that where, just as Hurricane Katrina, they went and confiscated all legally owned weapons. All legally owned weapons was confiscated from our people. And so this is something that you need to be aware of. While we're gathering these arms, and you know, like I know, when you buy these weapons, you're putting yourself in the register, right? So not only you know what you got, but the federal government knows what you got. So they know that they come in and knock on your door and take what you got. So this is another reality that you got to begin to pay attention to and listen and understand. The other part of that reality is that this disease or virus that we're dealing with right now, it is not the end all to be all. I believe, just as you see in China, things is getting better. So there's going to go through a period where things will get better. Things will go back to normal. But we have to use this experience to know now, because when the real deal comes, it's going to be a whole lot worse than what it is right now. So this is to give you a little taste of what you need to prepare for. And again, this is not a joke. One thing about the water that, you know, people may not have money to go out and buy water. Well, as long as your tap water is running and it's not coming out yellow, green, purple, blue, or orange, it's still coming out white, then, and you still have your either electric stove or your gas stove on, get you a bleach pour the bleach into the top of the bleach, into the little bleach cap, pour it in your water and boil it, and it will cleanse your water. Okay, cool it, put it somewhere, and you just made your own drinkable water. Okay, it's not important for us to go into panic mode and go into, you know, this is me, da 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 da. because we're going to make it through this. This is just like a learning lesson for what is coming. And so we have to be smarter about that. Now, to get back to what Brother Guy was talking about the behaviors of these non-beings, because it is a behavior that it is nasty. Okay, we don't do, as I said before, we don't eat like they eat. We don't do that. We don't have that low down dirty behavior. Now, if you remember, they say that this coronavirus it will only kill you if you have a weakened immune system. So we have to start thinking, well, what is it that corrupts our immune system? What is it? Okay. Yeah, you in homosexuality, you're corrupting your immune system. If you got the white man's cigarette in your mouth, you're corrupting your immune system. If you're eating these things that you should not eat that cause cancer and all of these negative things, you're corrupting your immune system. Okay, so it's these things now that begin to take a look at what are we doing and begin to make the proper changes. That's why for our organization, the best way to secure you, to secure us, is to have our own municipality, to have our own city. Then we can put up our checkpoints at the border of our city and stop whoever coming in and whoever going out. We can secure it. You ain't got to walk on your door taking your weapons. You ain't got to worry about it because we already got that shit controlled. We'll come out and say, okay, during when we call a state of emergency, this is what your job is. This is what your post is. This is what you're supposed to do, because now we got to protect us as a whole. We cannot think on the level of just what I'm going to do for my household. No, we think on the level of the survival of our people, taking over cities. This is why we got to do what we need to do to protect ourselves. We don't need to be. I was out the other day at I think it was Aldi's, and I was getting something from there, and the line, nice size line, but the cracker kept walking up, and I'm telling this cracker, I want you back the fuck up off me. Yeah, you know that there's a limit where you supposed to be in proximity. Back up off of me, or I have to hurt you. Seriously. Now, I know I'm good, but I don't know about this cracker. I don't know the kind of lifestyle they live. But bet your bottom dollar, if he would have kept encroaching upon me, I was gonna punch him in his fucking mouth and make him back up. Simple as that, because I'm not playing. I'm not playing. We know for a fact that these fuckers will get this disease. They already come out with it. That the KKK motherfuckers want to go on spitting on shit and trying to infect us with their shit. So I will fuck them up in a heartbeat if they don't understand the words coming out of my mouth. So when I said to that cracker, you better back the fuck up, you understand that there's social distancing, and trust and believe I will whoop your ass. Heartbeat, because you're getting too close to me. So we have to make sure that we stay mindful to what is going on and how these no good degenerate bastards, how they think. Because they already know they got a short lifespan. So their thing is to do to us whatever that they can get done. So if it means trying to make us sick with their sickness, no, we better have a response. We better have a response. Because the thing ain't going to get better. It's going to get worse. This is just a preview of what's coming. And trust and believe, under state of emergency, they can take your shit. So if you think because you got guns that you secure, I'm sorry to tell you, that don't make you secure. It just doesn't. You got to have network. You got to be able to move supplies, people from point A to point B. And you're only going to be able to do that if you're surrounded with like minds. You're surrounded minds, so you'll be able to do what need to be done under the ground, under the radar, so people won't know what the hell you're doing. So it's not about cutting people off because they don't have. It's about educating them to why they need to listen to us. Why they need to. I said this a few years ago. I said that people like us, me, you, Kari, CJ, we're better friends to our people than their own mother and father.
Mm-hmm.
I said that. And people were like, this nigga crazy. But no, I'm not crazy, because your mother and daddy cannot protect you. They have not given you the right materials, the right knowledge to get through like this. But we have given you this. And then you dare to turn your back. Then you wonder why you died.
Mm-hmm.
Then you wonder why you died. This ain't no game. This ain't a game. This is straight up.
It's not
straight
a game.
up. But when we teach them what's right and wrong, some of them, oh, you just being hateful, or you just this, or you just that. Listen, listen. We're trying to save your raggedy life. We're trying to save your raggedy life. You should love us, because we're doing for you what you don't even have the knowledge to get up and do for yourself. And that's real.
That's facts.
That's my mic.
That's facts.
Yeah. Man, I definitely agree with what the brother Maurice was saying, because like when he said that this is just a small taste for what is to come, man, it could get 100 times worse. I mean, if martial law is declared and we're living up in a military state, I mean, we're already living in a police state. I mean, especially us being the descendants of prisoners of war, you know, the descendants of slaves. I mean, so we already have had a taste of the second class lifestyle. You know, just having black skin in America is a crime. You know, so. But man, this coronavirus, I'm definitely going to be practicing social distancing. I don't want, like my brother Guy said, he put something in my mind. I'm just like, wow, that makes so much sense when he was talking about how barbaric white people are when they go out and hunt these animals. Then they gotta display the doggone body. What do they call that? Taxonomy or something like that? You know, where they stuff those animals
Yeah.
after they kill them. Or they got, like, you go into the hunter's house, you got the deer head and the goat heads and stuff like that. I mean, that is barbaric. So, I'm not trying to succumb to these damn diseases. And I want everybody on the panel to also speak on whether you believe this is a natural disease or is this something that was biologically engineered as a form of population control. You know?
Good question.
Yeah, man. So that's definitely the question. And I know you're gonna be touching on Nature Boy, and unfortunately, with
I gotta touch on that.
Unfortunately, with the
that goes what we're saying in this.
With the information that Brother Maurice provided prior to the show, man, I definitely hope we can touch on that, because I really have like a lot of respect for this brother, and to hear him talking out of both sides of his mouth, man, it really hurts. But yeah, I just want to pose that question and just see how everybody feels. Do you believe this is a natural disease, or is this something like something that was created by scientists in a laboratory? This is a part of population control.
That's a good question.
Well, for
me, I'm sorry.
For just to answer his question real quick, I want to just share my screen and show this screenshot of the research that I've been doing and putting together.
Just and I'll display it.
Okay. So can y'all see that? This cracker, Erica Brickington. Now, this is the
Yes.
institute that I was telling you all about. This is her and another white guy created this coronavirus. They are the originators of this, and they're out there in the UK. So that's where they created. They have a, not only if you search their patent for this virus, the U.S. Patent Office gave them a patent for it. So this is definitely from a laboratory. But what, like I said earlier, what we're watching, that we have to understand that there's a war going on between the fucking China, the Asians, and the white folk. The war, they're battling, because as we've been teaching, that this way of white people being on top is coming at the end. It's over. It's a done deal. So China now is trying to challenge for supremacy. They're trying to challenge for supremacy. So when SARS came about, which is a product of the coronavirus, and went and hit China, China had to fucking respond with something. And so this form of the coronavirus that is hitting now, the novel, because they hadn't decided what they're going to call this version of it, is China's response to their SARS version. And so this is what we got to understand, that these bastards are fighting, trying to fight for supremacy of which one of these motherfuckers is going to rule in this new dispensation that's coming up. And I'm here to tell both sides that neither of them is going to rule us. It's our time to rule now. So they're fighting each other for supremacy using the biological weaponry, fighting each other, trying to get supremacy when ain't neither one of them going to take it. This thing coming out of a laboratory, strictly out of a laboratory. And so that's why I'm saying that we cannot afford to sell out what we know is true. We cannot afford to go along with this bullshit group think that everybody thinking this one way with a cracker wants you. No, we cannot fall for that bullshit. We got to stay with what we know is actual facts. This thing is talking about who's going to run the world. Because this world is down and the next one is emerging. And China is trying to run it, and they're not going to be successful. The white cracker trying to run it, they're not going to be successful. It is our time now to step up and do what needs to be done. And we got to make sure that we send that message out and our people understand and don't fall for the okie doke. Don't do it. Do not do it, because you fall for it, it's going to be your life. And I'll rest.
I want to say this, Brother Bakari. Could you, before you start, can you go over what the Asian guy said about what the ruling? I remember you was talking about that back in the day. What the Asian guy had said, he was on some sort of radio. I forgot his name, and he was saying how there's going to be a war between the Asian and Europeans.
Oh no, not on the radio. It was a book. His name was Li Jing Zhao. This book was written like 1911.
Okay, could you?
And he said how the Asian people was going to build themselves up, and they was going to learn technology. With, of course, the Chinese people being at the top. And he said first it's going to be an economic war, but once they build themselves up, it's going to be enough people to be a physical war, and they can win. He said, but don't ever worry about the black race, because they want to be everybody's friend without understanding that don't nobody like them.
And we see that today. But go ahead, Bakari. I just want you to, just to bring that up.
Li Jing Zhao. But for me personally, I think the coronavirus is I don't know if it's in no lab. I don't believe that. That's just me. I think it's serious. There's 6 types of coronavirus. Like the common cold is a type of coronavirus, right? SARS, like Maurice said, SARS is a type of coronavirus. Now, do I think it's made in the lab? No. Do I think they did something to make it worse than what it is? See, those are two different things. So, yes, I do believe they did something to make it worse than what it is, right? Me say to make it worse than what it was, to make it stronger, help it mutate, and help it take some people out, right? But according to one doctor that I heard, it will. We can't get it, but it don't affect us. They thought it didn't. They say it don't affect us as much, but it was this young black guy from New Orleans just the other day, 44 years old, that died. He found out he had coronavirus on Wednesday, Friday morning. He had passed away from it. His name was, you can look it up, DJ Black and Mild. He was a very popular radio DJ in the city of New Orleans. So for me, this is my thing, right? I think it's serious, whether it's biologically made, whether it's natural, and some people added to it to make it stronger than what it is.
I think that's what they did.
We have to be prepared to take care of ourselves. And like I said, how many people have a team? How many people is preparing? How many people is preparing for martial law? How many people right now, how many black people do you know right now have a team of 5, 10 people that can at least defend themselves for a little while against martial law? How many people is preparing? And I'm not saying guns is the answer to everything, but I know guns is a good self-defense. People will they'll think twice before they mess with someone who can fight back, or before they mess with the people. I've had so many black people tell me just, I'm covered in the blood of Jesus. I've had so many black people who started this crazy stuff of black people can't get it because we got melanin. I've heard so many black people say stuff like that instead of taking it serious. So the first people that's going to be attacked, if anything was to happen, is the same people that's always attacked, and that's black people. And I don't understand why black people are caking for these Asians all of a sudden. That's racism. That's racism. We shouldn't allow it. The Black Eagle, Joe Madison, I don't know if y'all ever heard of him. He put a thing on his Facebook, black people shouldn't stand for the Asians to go through all this racism. That ain't got nothing to do with me. That having a damn thing to do with me. And people talking about what's going on in China. That have nothing to do with me. They are taking people from their they'll come in and they're taking people from their home, forcing them. That have nothing to do with us. Black people have to learn to stay focused on black people at this time. Because during this time where Asian gun ownership is going up, Asians are not thinking about how are we going to protect black people when this system attack black people. Asians said their gun ownership is going up because fear of attacks, because of what's been going on. They have their guns to defend themselves. And like I said, when I'm out here and I'm all the time in gun stores, not just now, I've been going. I'm more of a gun enthusiast. I have a couple of more that I'm going to pick up next week. I have certain kind, me and my friends, we have certain kind we don't let people see that would never be put on YouTube. Certain things that we're doing that would never be put on YouTube. We can talk to people who want to be down. We have created our little gun club. But when we are out here, it's not many black people that have, like I said, there's not many black people that have a team. Everybody, we don't have a team where I'm going to just name a few stores people been going to: Adventure Outdoors, Cabela's, Academy Sports, Walmart for the shotgun shells, other stores. We don't have a team of people that's spreading out across Metro Atlanta that's going and buying bullets. One person is getting in the car, is going here. If they're out, we got to spin to go all the way across town and hope these people have, and hope these people have. You need a team to do all that, where you can cover several spots at one time for your bullets, where you can cover several spots at one time if you need anything like toilet paper, if you need anything like canned goods, dry beans, rice. If you need stuff like that to sustain yourself while you're going through this, if we believe it's going to get worse, you need a team that's scouring the city at the same time, because one person just can't do it. So back to my point, regardless of how it's made, we have to know how to take care of ourselves, and we have to want to take care of one another instead of looking at other people trying to figure out a way to save them. I yield the mic.
You made an excellent point, and this is another
brother,
unnatural. Oh, go,
brother
go.
Guy.
Go ahead,
I
brother.
just want to give. I just want to give a little pushback, just a little
Okay.
pushback, so that we can understand, and because this is important, and it really is. I believe we have to just be factual. When we say, when you have a common cold, right, and when you add something to make it worse than what it was, and you did it in a laboratory, right? It is no longer the common cold. You done made something different.
You got a
It ain't
point
the
there.
same thing now. You
Yeah,
have the
it's not
common cold.
natural. Yeah.
Exactly. So you have the natural common cold, and then you have this that was created in the laboratory. So we it is too important for get it wrong. Brother Bakari, the common cold is the common cold. But what we're dealing with is a virus that was made in the laboratory. And, why do we say, why is it important that we make sure we lay that out? Because if you say, oh, it's a common cold, then they'll say God did it because it's a common cold. It's natural. That ain't what we're dealing with. This was made for a specific reason. See, when you begin to free the minds of our people that are locked in ignorance because of religion, like Brother Bakari said, oh, I ain't got to worry about it. Jesus got me covered. Really? And your ass gonna be in the cemetery, and you sure will be covered. Straight up. So we got to make sure that we're giving 100%. And to say that this is not made in a laboratory is just not factual. Anytime that you add to anything that's natural, you're adding chemical substance to it. It is not what it was before. It is a new creation. It is something else that you've made out of it. So it is not the same and is not natural. We are not dealing with something that is naturally made. This thing was made in a laboratory. And our people better get that straight. Dealing with people who are nice. These are the same demons that gave smallpox to Indians and blankets. These are the same demons. Ain't no better. This is who we dealing with. So I just don't want us to get it confused. Let's say it as it is. This is made in the laboratory. We have proved that it's made in the laboratory. This is not the common cold. And I rest my mic.
Brother God, let me say this right quick, right? And like I said at the end, it doesn't make a difference where it made to me. How many people preparing to take care of themselves for what's coming? That's the most important thing to me.
And
right?
see, Brother Bakari, this is why it is.
That's the most
because you're dealing with you.
Hold on, Maurice. Hold on, Maurice. Hold on, my brother.
Hold on 1 second.
No,
see,
I
because
was
you said,
but I was still. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Yes.
Let Brother Bakari say it.
Taking care of yourself should be important to everybody. Okay, let's say it's made in a laboratory and we know all that. Do we have a defense for it? Are we planning for if once it get worse? That should be the most important thing. That's just how I see it. I ain't telling nobody else how to see nothing how I see it. I'm just telling you how I see it, right? And for me, and like I said earlier when I spoke, you got people out here who didn't take it serious. So you got a couple of people that didn't ask me, do you have? Yes, I have stuff. No, I can't give you nothing. You know why I can't? They don't have nothing to offer. They're not prepared at all. They can't give me nothing. But I can give because I've been prepared. We need to start preparing. And that's the biggest thing. For me, you have to be prepared for what's going to come.
Got a point there. Got a point. Maurice?
That's what I'm talking about. You have to be prepared.
And this is what I'm seeing when we're dealing. It's one thing when, as Brother Bakari says, for him, he don't care what it is. He just knows that it need to be dealt with. But when we're dealing with our people who are caught up in religion, right? They believe it's a devil with a pitchfork somewhere, right? This is their thinking. Jesus can say, no, I just pray over it in Jesus' name and I'm saved. And when we say that this virus is naturally made, just like we all, grow up, you find a piece of candy on the ground, pick it up, you kiss it up to God, and then you can eat it, right? Because you this is what you were taught. And when you teach people that this is a natural thing, then automatically their mind is going to say, well, hell, if it's a natural thing, I'm going to be okay. I can just pray about it. And it takes the onus off of who is the real devil. Who is creating this? Why are they creating this? See, it keeps our people blinded to the real deal. So that's why it's important for us to teach the truth 110%. Straight up. Whether you're ready for it or not, this is the real deal. It was made in the laboratory and it was specifically made for a specific thing. It is not something natural. It is not something you can pray it away. It is not. So we give our people the actual facts so that they can begin to understand. And see, this is the problem. This is the problem. Too many people want to, say, like, give you an example. They'll say, well, it's the deep state or, it's the government. Damn it. Who is these things? Who is these? Don't give me an entity that when I go look it up, it just says government, but it don't tell me who. He don't tell me who the deep state is. We need to know who these demons look like, who they are. Give up the names. Give up the faces. So when I showed the picture of the cracker who made it and where she's from, because I want everybody to know truthfully, this is what you're dealing with. These demons ain't your friends. They sit and smile at you in your face and plotting behind your back every goddamn 5 minutes to kill you. This is war. So we owe the enemy no cover whatsoever. We have to expose who they are and what they do. So that's why it's important, because see, I'm not like Brother Bakari, right? If our people come to the door and say, I ain't got no water, right? I ain't got no water. They got children. Am I going to turn the door away? I'm sorry. I'm soft-hearted. I love our people. I'm going to say, you got running water in your house? And they say, yeah. I'm going to say, you got bleach in your house? They say, yeah. I say, well, come on, let me teach you how you can purify your own water in your house, right? That's the things that we got to be able to do. We got to, this, like I keep saying, this is not the real deal. This is a foreshot to let you be prepared for what's coming. So it's important that we take the time to teach our people, hey, look, don't you see what's going on? And this is how you're going to be able to escape this. This is the way that you're going to get out. And so we have to make sure that our people understand that. And we have to make sure that they understand that they got to be proactive. They got to be proactive and be able to do the things that's responsible. That's responsible. So if Walmart got a goddamn $10,000 TV on sale for $50, goddamn food, fuck the TV. Make sure you get the food, right? We got to responsibly direct our people so that they will understand the real from the fake, because there's so much information that's flooding out there and you don't know what's real and what's not. We just got to keep it 100. We don't know what's real and what's not, but we do know this: if fucking crackers, we fucking safe. We do know that. If we not in their area, we know we are safe. We know this. Don't let them breathe on you. Don't let them touch you. Put your goddamn gloves on when you leave the fucking house, when you're in your vehicle, when you're getting out of your vehicle to go in the store, put your goddamn gloves on. So your skin is not touching shit. When you're leaving the store, take the gloves off from the back way so you're not touching them, discard them. These are the things that you got to be able to do because you got to stay safe. And this is real world. This is not bullshit. This is real world that you got to learn from what's going on. And I rest my mind.
Brother Carl, you want to address that?
Well, I'm going to say it like this, right? And I mean this, right? We can blame who we want to blame. We know who do whatever. But if we don't take responsibility for ourselves, right? If we don't take responsibility for ourselves to take care of ourselves, that's our damn fault. And that's just me, how I feel. And I ain't telling nobody else to feel like me. I hear people say HIV was created in a laboratory, right? But because HIV was created in a laboratory, who told us to stop using condoms?
Got a point.
We have to take responsibility.
I agree.
I don't care where it's created. And right now, the responsibility of Black people is to take care of one another. And when I said I told people I wouldn't give them none, those were people I've been talking to for 2 or 3 years who looked at me and laughed and called me crazy and said, ain't nothing gonna happen. You know how many people listen to me out of all the people I talked to? 2. A young lady from the barbershop, and a brother from the barbershop, and a sister from the barbershop. Everybody else laughed. So the brother and the sister from the barbershop, hey, Bakari, you got this? Yep, I got this right now. I'm like, how much do you have? Well, this is how much I got. Don't worry about it because you ain't got enough to share right now. But I have enough to share, so you can have this. Hey, man, I need a couple bullets. Everybody out of bullets. And what kind do you need? I need 9mm. What you got to share for it? He didn't have at the time he didn't have enough to actually share, right? But since I know he didn't have enough, but I know we share all the time, here go you 100 rounds right here, bro, to help build up so you can have some protection for you and your family. But the other people that looked at me, so maybe I should have made that straight. So for the other people that looked at me and laughed and thought I was crazy when I say we need to be prepared, yes, I did tell them, no, I don't have, because they don't have nothing. And I can't give away all mine when somebody don't have nothing to give. Because it's not just me. I have kids and grandkids that I'm looking out for. And we got enough, I'm just saying in all honesty, right now, without going back to the store, to just eat every day, 2 times a day if we choose, for about 4 months, 5 months. But I share with people who took heed to the warning when we were out here talking, and I don't mind sharing with them. But we have to be responsible. And we have to be responsible we have to learn to be responsible for us.
Let me get to African supremacy. You want to comment on what these brothers have said, brother?
No, not at this point. No, we kind of got like off kilter as far as like with the microphones being passed. So no, I'm gonna. I mean, just go ahead and let them go.
Okay.
They need to go back and forth, and then you can go and then you could go next and change the topic. However you.
Okay. You want to say anything, Marie? Go ahead.
Yes, sir. I just want to add one thing. I just want to add one. Is, Brother Bakari is saying, it's our fault. And one thing that we cannot forget is that we were birthed into a system. Now, all of us on this panel, we have the proper knowledge, right? So we're good. But it's our people that don't. The majority of our people don't, right? So to me, it's our responsibility as well as their responsibility. But I'm not going to let the pressure off of the cracker, not one bit. And I know Brother Bakari is making a mistake by doing that. See, this is about the hearts and minds of our people, right? So if it's about the hearts and the minds of our people, we can't give the enemy a break and then throw it on our people like ain't shit ever happened to them. That's just not the reality. Now the Asians should already have their shit together. The crackers should already have their shit together, but we don't. So in one aspect, it is our responsibility to make sure we get our shit right. But in another way of we still looking at it, it was something done to us that wasn't done to the Asians, that wasn't done to the crackers, but it was done to us. So a lot of our people don't have that knowledge. A lot of our people still look at these fucking devils as if they're closer to God than they are. So it's important that we always lay it out on the line who the devil is. See, it's not, look, the battle is not between us because we're already there. Our people is not there. And none of us is on an island unto ourselves. See, yes, we're good independently, but to get beyond where we gotta be is not about our independence. It is about our interdependence, our ability to work together, right? On same accord and same mission. So again, we should use this thing that we're going through, this pandemic, in its proper response, in its proper pretext. This is a learning lesson. This is a learning lesson for our people. And this makes us, because we've been saying this shit, it makes us now that they can look and can't say, well, y'all some ignorant niggas, or y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Shit, what we said has come to pass. And this is just a prelude to the big thing. So, you know, and really, if the big thing was here today, 4 and 5 people ain't gonna make it through. That's just not enough to do what need to be done. It's just not enough. So I just want us to expose the enemy and do not give them any shade. Do not give them any cover, because they don't do that to us. And call it as we know it to be. We know it's not natural, so let us not say that it's natural, because then we're giving cover and we're allowing our people to go to sleep in their ignorance. And to them, their ignorance is comfortable because they have a belief system that was installed to them from the enemy. So it's just very critical that we say it properly and we do not give the enemy any shade whatsoever. And that's all my biggest thing. So we should take responsibility and put that responsibility right on our enemy so our people will know that that devil is not our friend. And I rest my mic.
I definitely agree on both of y'all brothers have made some good points. And I want to add on that because I understand what Brother Bakari said, and I definitely understand what you were saying too, Maurice. I believe that you're right. I believe they took something and they took something natural and they you know, but most of these diseases came from them labs. I mean, William Cooper, The Pearl of the White Horse, if you read The Pearl of the White Horse, he said it for himself that HIV was created in a lab to kill black people, to kill militant black people like ourselves. He says this, and he got killed for that. So I believe that because he said he read the files, the secret files, and he put it out there. So that's I believe that. And you watch the movies are very political. They show you about all these movies, how they doing all these experiments, and I do believe they take something that's natural and they make it stronger. And we do have to prepare ourselves. I've been in situations where I warned my people and they laughed at me. I've been in situations like that. I know what Brother Bakari is saying too. And these are so-called religious people, right? These are so-called religious people, but they forgot what happened since I look at it like this. Okay, since you're religious, but then you didn't pick any messages when you read Noah's Ark. Remember Noah's Ark warned the people too, and they laughed at him. Said, look, get on the boat, because the flood is coming. Oh man, you crazy. Ha ha. And even when he was building the boat, they laughed at him. And then what happened? When the flood came, they all of them drowned.
That's right.
So I understand what Brother Bakari is saying. He said, well, Brother Bakari's he's not going to go back and be like, okay, I'm going to run. He said, I warned you. I warned you. Now you're in trouble. Now I agree that these people have children and you want to do something for the children. Yes, if you could show them, if you got time to show them, okay, fine. Like this is what I don't. But if you know, it's hard when you try to let people know and they just laugh at you instead of just listen to, because they have no problem listening to the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
They have no problem with the devil. But you're right. Ice Cube made this song called he said you said the devil's in the ground, but just look around. He was saying about white folks. You see right about devil. So you're right about that. You're right about that. These people like Brother Bakari, he said, you let these motherfuckers let dogs lick their face. And they kissing on dogs and all these dogs carry germs and all that stuff. Carry all types of bacteria. You know what I'm saying? And this is people doing this and causing other people to get sick. The Ebola was man-made. Because we never had no diseases, no heavy diseases in Africa. You never heard that. You can go back 50,000 years, you never heard nothing like that. But Europeans know for the plague. Asia is known for plagues and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's why history is important. So when people say, "Oh, well, you learn about your history and you gotta forget about that, man. Learn what's going on today." But you gotta take two steps back to go forward. How else you gonna learn the past? Because you're gonna end up repeating it. So we gotta learn the past. We gotta read. Some people died putting this information out there, so we won't repeat it. Right. So that's what I'm saying. So both of y'all, I agree with both of y'all make some excellent points. And we and these, I'm gonna get to what you said about these religious people. Give you a perfect example. I stopped talking to this chick too. A black woman. She's in her 50s. We was talking about Barack Obama. She's a fan of Barack Obama. But she's a Pentecostal, right? So I told her, I said, how is it that you go vote for a man who supports homosexuality, and this is something that is against your religion, your faith? You know what she told me? She didn't care about that. She didn't care. She wanted him in office. That was her boyfriend, and she almost wanted to fight me. Told me, oh, you gotta get off his back. You better get off Barack. I said, well, wait a minute. What happened to you can't serve two masters? What happened to that shit? See, that religion went out the window. So they don't even practice what they preach. Okay, you're gonna support something. You're gonna support homosexuality, knowing that's against the Bible that you read every day. That you claim that you love God, but you support homosexuality. Now they letting faggots in the church. Because it's all about money. Most of these people worship money. They don't worship life. So I worship life. That's why I represent the Ark. Because I try to stay in my natural state. But a lot of our people, they don't care because they look at white people as gods. They look at them as gods superior because they're looking at people like Trump. He got money. He's a god. He can give me a job. He can do this. He can do that. So of course, when we say something, what do we have to offer? But when we talk telling them wisdom and saying like, hey, we gotta do for self, they don't want to do that. They don't want to do it. Most of our people, some of our people don't want to unite. We got to be real clear with that. Some of our people are part of the problem. Give you a perfect example. Give you a perfect example. Nature Boy. Nature Boy is a homosexual. Nature Boy is actually a pedophile at the same time. He admitted of doing gay pornography. And the gay pornography is out there. He also admitted that he let his son touch his penis. But he's sleeping and impregnating women. He brainwashing our people, brainwashing the women, and he's sleeping with them. And then it got to the point that if you decide to join his organization, the Carbonation, whatever that is, and you bring your wife, Brother Muhammad, he's going to try to talk to your wife. Did you know that?
You pay a price for that one, goddamn it.
Well, yeah. According to Brother Bakari, his army going to defend him. Right, Brother Bakari? And I believe that.
That's what he said. That's what he say. His few people got his back. If anybody try to, that's once you go to where he is, what he got. Yeah, he's more of a what is like a Jim Jones, David Koresh type.
Exactly. And then one guy, he had to leave because he brought his wife. He was Latino, and young Pharaoh was talking to him. He asked him, "Why did you leave?" He said, "Yo, I brought my wife, my legit wife." A lot of these people, those are not his wife. That he got this some biracial chick pregnant over there. Nature Boy. She's not even black. She's she's mixed. But that's his baby mama. Excuse me. They just baby mama. That's not his legit wife. But when young Pharaoh was talking to his Latino guy, he said he brought his wife, and Nature Boy got likened to his wife, and he secretly went to her and said, "Yo, I wanted to get with you about whatever." So the girl's like, "Whoa, no, I'm belong to him. That's my husband. I belong to him." So Nature was like, "Well, if you sleep with me, it's like you're sleeping with him. It's no different." That's what he said. That's what he said. Wow. Okay, so this is the unnaturalness that goes on. This guy did gay pornography, and he's a pedophile. He's a pedophile. So these guys are sleeping with our women. These people are part of the fucking problem. So these guys they don't want to hear what we have to say of doing right. So they are enemy too. These are the what Denzel Washington told. I love that part. Yeah, I know y'all saw Glory. When y'all saw Glory, he told Denzel Washington. No, Denzel Washington told Morgan Freeman. He said, "Man, you nothing but the white man's dog." Remember that? So these are the minions of white folks. So they got their soldiers. They come and bring their. This is the reason why you got black homosexuals in the black neighborhoods and trying to brainwash our babies. You got little girls twerking at the age of 2. These are unnatural stuff. Why would you let your babies twerk? Your babies want to be, you got your boys want to act like girls and girls. Well, there's all this unnatural stuff, and that create problems towards the end. They doing this. This is bigger than biological warfare. This is bigger than this. That's biological warfare is just part of it. That's just part of it. So we talking about spiritual warfare. You talking about physical warfare. So this coronavirus, like I said, I think it might go away. It might go away, but yeah, it does. It's a wake-up call. I don't want people to understand that this is a wake-up call. The military was out there in Manhattan, full force. These motherfuckers are not playing. All right, the military is out there, and they willing to shoot anybody that gets in their way. So it's not the police that we got to worry about. We got to worry about these military now. Okay? So, when Brother Bakari said, he was right. He said that we was already under martial law. Look at JFK, the biggest fucking racist, because he's look at how when our people was getting attacked by dogs and by the police dog, JFK, he didn't protect us. He didn't protect us. As soon as white people was getting killed and getting harmed, all of a sudden he sent the National Guard to protect them. White people protect white people. The Asians coming out, the so-called Asian Americans, they coming out talking about, oh, we've been discriminated. And then you got black folks that's trying to feel sorry for these people. Oh, well, they going through what we went through. Fuck them. Let them deal with what we had to go through. I'm sick of black people. We gotta save the fucking world, but no one's not saving us.
That's right.
I'm sick of that shit. We gotta learn to do for self, and we like y'all brothers said, we gotta be with the like minds, because everybody's not gonna have it's gonna be the same thing. They're gonna laugh at us. They're gonna think we're a joke. They'd rather join with the enemy, and because they're comfortable, and then some of them is willing to die with the enemy. Right. They're willing to die with the enemy. They're not trying to. They're not. I'm not trying to say. If Massa want me, if the Massa's free, I'd rather die with Massa. And this is the reality. So we gotta. This is not a game. People playing games and people playing with people's lives, and man, it's just annoying. And it's like we have to really, really, it's going to take us another 400 years to just get our minds back. It's going to take another 400 years. And we are doing it. We're trying. Even like I said, we could change one. That's good. We could change two. That's good. Because that way, once we start planting that seed can, that person can plant another seed, and that's how we gotta get in our natural state. You gotta get in our natural state, and we gotta start. And sometimes we might have to start. I hate to say this, but we might have to start checking these motherfuckers, man. Like especially the ones that looks like us. That's really helping to increase the problem. As well as our natural enemy. But if you got our people on the front lines ain't doing right and trying to brainwash our people into that savage lifestyle, then we can't just sit back and let that happen. We got to check them. By any means, we got to check them. And I rest my mic.
I definitely agree with that. We definitely got work to do, and we got to point them out. I didn't know, all this about this nigga you talking about, Nature Boy. Where is he at now? What is he? What is he?
That show not too long ago. Last time I remember, he was in California.
Mm.
Yeah, he was on another show. Was it last week?
That was last week. Yeah,
it was last week. Right.
So now this dude, a pedophile, and all this stuff that's going on, and gay porn. My question definitely is, why would Sarnetta let him on his platform in the first place? Unless you agree with some of the shit that this nigga is doing. Because that just doesn't go together. It doesn't go together whatsoever. There is no way that a pedophile. Go ahead, brother.
No, he said according to him, he did gay porn for the money. And then after he left, because he was a gay stripper, he did some gay porn. And then I guess he decided to get away from everything. So he decided to, leave Babylon to find himself or whatever. And what I don't understand, he's not even, why would we even call himself Nature Boy? He don't even live in nature. You know who lives in nature? The Amish people. They do everything in nature. He got electricity. He lives in a house. You know what I'm saying? And he asked for, and he's money hungry. Everything that he gets come from donations. So I'm just trying to figure out, why would you call yourself Nature Boy when you don't even live in nature. You don't even, you still in not even your natural state. Because once you commit homosexuality, you you think that's okay. He can always come back and say, you know what, I need some more money. Let me go back to do gay porn again.
Exactly.
So he's not even nature boy. He's unnatural. He's in his unnatural state. He's still unnatural. So how you gonna call yourself nature boy when you can always go back to that lifestyle because you was comfortable with it? Let me hold your thought real quick. I want to get to African supremacy. Because I don't know if I answered his question. Oh yeah. I think we did. But African supremacy, what is your thought so far, brother? Because I know you've been quiet for so.
Regarding nature boy, man. I mean, to me, and this is a thought that's been crossing my mind. Just like what Brother Maurice said. I mean, why would this man even be given a platform to speak? I heard at one point in time when I was following Sign of the TV. Like I no longer do. Because to me, I just look at people over there on that platform, not all, but far too many of them who come to the platform, man, they're just money hungry. The scam artists. I mean, and I could just say the same old thing that we always talk about. I don't want to sound redundant. That's why I don't do diss videos and stuff like that often. But like my brother Guy Nollywood always says, these are like corner store hustlers, man. I mean, ex-convicts that picked up a couple of books and now all of a sudden they awoke. But what I'm saying, like you just said about Nature Boy, I mean, the dude, he's just living off of donation money. That seems to be the recurring theme. Like, how much can you donate? When these people don't got no direction of where to put the money into anything substantial that's going to benefit anybody. It's just donate. Give me. Like I heard some statements, Nature Boy was saying. I remember when he had a discussion with, remember that faggot King Noble. Yeah, they had a debate. Did you see the debate between King Noble and Nature Boy?
I saw a little bit of that. Yeah,
this was done like a couple of years back. Yeah, Nature Boy made some type of statement that he lets his son touch his penis.
Yes.
Have you ever heard that?
Yes, I've seen that.
I was done right there, man. For this, right then and there, I was done with not only him, but anybody that supports him. Because when you make a statement like that, that's pedophilia. That's perversion. That's pedophilia. And you support a pedophile. Wow. What does that say about you, man? So it's just, man, a lot of these dudes, man, are just jokes, just complete jokes. Like these Nature Boys and these King Nobles, and stuff like that, man. These dudes are complete jokes. They spread a lot of misinformation. They just caught up into this European, man, I just don't know what to say, bro. It's just, man, this shit is getting out of control. Those type of people need to be labeled as pedophiles, and the community needs to distance themselves from them. And that's just bottom line in the discussion, man. So I'll pass the mic on that.
Brother Muhammad?
I mean, I definitely agree that his foolishness, his treason need to be called out. He sounds like a straight up homosexual. You're doing porn, and you do that, and it goes again, the caliber of our people that would follow this idiot. I mean, it's just crazy. Why would Sonetta even put that nigga on to even? It's sickening. It really is. It's really sickening. And does he still have a big following after all of this shit?
Yeah, he's popular. He's still popular. I mean, he gets views. I mean, he's known.
Yeah.
But I think that's the problem right there. It's like people following wrong. It's like because we go look, we gotta understand we're up against a huge battle because we're speaking righteousness. These people that is used following are spreading all this poison. This poison, it's like they putting truth with the lies. So they say it's okay to be gay, and because homosexual is part of of what they said is part of life or some stupid shit like that. And I think I forgot who said. I think he said it, or I think King Noble said it. One of these motherfuckers said these nature niggas. I don't I don't know which one as they said it, but this is what they condone. You know, pedophilia. You know, and they get away with it. I just showed you when we did the video about those Israelites, them bum ass Israelites, saying it's okay to kidnap children. And we already know what children they talking about. They talking about kidnapping black children. They're not talking about any old children and raping them. But they going by what the Bible is saying. So what I'm saying is that you got our own people are part of the problem. Are all a part of the problem. Because they listen to Massa. They think Massa what it's saying, because Massa are doing it. It's like monkey see, monkey do. You know, and this is what I see, and this is what I get. You know, I mean, trust me, I've been laughed at. I've been, you know, I know what it's like. I know what Brother Bakari was trying to say. When you try to talk to your people, they laugh at you. You know, I've been saying that, you know, talking to people and trying to say, look, you know, let's do this. Let's come together. Why are you? And you don't like being with, you know, I don't like. I love being with white women, and you see how white women. Look what Kobe did. Look what Kobe went through. How some white woman that it was a mutual, just mutual sex, and how this white woman turned around and said he raped her. You know what I'm saying? This is what white women do when they want money, especially if you're a celebrity. They don't give a damn if you're a black man and struggling in America. If you got money, or they don't want that white daddy to know, or they're gonna get you locked up. Even though they was cool of sleeping with you. So I'm just saying all this, you know, how many times we gotta keep saying, yo, do right. This is what's gonna happen to you. How many times? And then you got these people who got these big platforms, like Hassan Campbell. You already saw the video how he picked up one dude, and he had wife and kids. He picked up one. He was seeing a dude that is, you know what I mean? Come on, these people and they got big platforms, and they exposing this, and they thinking that's okay,
right?
You know, and we're showing the people how to be a real man, how men supposed to be. So that's what I'm saying. When we do this, the truth has come to you. That's what we're doing. These people ain't real. Look at like Brother Bakari, he could vouch for me. Look what and I think Brother Craig too, African supremacy. About black, what's his name? King Noble, how he said rape was good. Raping women was good. We need to rape black women more. Are you serious? But he gets a huge following. So my question is, how do we defeat all this unnaturalness? You know, as far as the poison that's out here, as well as, you know, the biological, how we can feel, okay, we got to eat better. I get that. But we got to live better too. So how do we defeat these people who got this youth following that's spreading all this unnatural behaviors that's helping create diseases and create all this other disorders? How do we defeat that? That's my question. I don't know if y'all have an answer for that.
Well, one thing that
Oh, go ahead, Maurice. Go ahead. You
go ahead. All right, then. I thought Brother Carl went. All right, go ahead, Maurice. Sorry about that.
No, I was just going to say is that, we have to defeat them. And there's a two-way street that we work to do that. One is we raise up a community of our own to show what a good and clean community looks like. And then the second part to that is we, just like every country has their own special ops, people that move in silence and handle business that need to be handled in silence, we do the same goddamn thing because they need to pay for the wrong that they have done. I just want to know, if he did this shit to children, where are these children he did this to? What is he still around these children or child or however it was or whatever it was? What kind of danger are they in? And is he infected with disease, and is he passing these diseases on to different Black women?
That's a question.
And then she's into the pool of getting with different Black men, and disease spread even more. We have to be proactive about what needs to be done, and we need to make it happen. That's definitely, because this thing is it's not good. This is not good at all. I rest my mic, but we got to do something.
What did you say about Nature Boy? What was the question?
Not the question I want to say. How do we defeat these people who sending out these wrong messages, and got the people that got these huge platforms like Nature Boy, who's admitted that he did gay porn, who admitted that he let his son touch his penis, he admitted that he was a gay stripper, but he's sleeping with a woman. And we always talk about we have to protect the Black woman, right? And I always want to say, it's hard to protect our sisters when you got down low Black men, you got these tranny chasers, and they catch HIV, then they give it to our women. Our women is our future. Our women is the teachers of civilization. You know what I'm saying? I just don't understand. Like, even with Brother Polite, I see a lot of cornery around here. Even Brother Polite, I was talking to Brother Bakar, we was talking, and we saw my Brother Polite, how Brother Polite, he said the Black woman is God, but he's taking pictures with white bitches.
Wow.
Because he don't want to be seen with a sister if she's not, because he's superficial. But I'm a type of person, I don't care if a woman that looks like Precious, if she's pretty, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take a picture with her. She's a sister at the end of the day. Like, I don't care how she look, as long as she's decent and pretty. You know what I mean? But with him, he's superficial, and if he can't get an attractive sister that he could take a picture with, he's gonna try to take pictures with white women who's got a nice body or whatever the case is. So what I'm saying, if you believe the Black woman is God, then all Black women should be, doesn't matter how they, doesn't matter what size they are, whether they're voluptuous or slim or thick or whatever, you should take picture with all sisters. Don't say the Black woman is God, but then I see you take picture with white chicks with blonde and blue eyes. And that's what I'm saying, the unnatural mindset. And these are supposed to be intelligent brothers. But where's the consistency? You know what I'm saying? So what are you telling our people when they see this? It's not natural. That's not natural to take pictures with a race of people who don't like you. It's not natural. When we see time and time again, you got videos are popping up when you got white women with blonde and blue eyes wearing blackface, saying and trying to mock us and try to act Black and they got the black faces, just using the N-word, have no respect for us. Or I prefer Latino women, and Latino women are even just as disrespectful. And it's all this unnatural behavior, and then you want to know why we have issues, we have problems. This is deeper than some fucking coronavirus, you know. And that's why I get so frustrated. The things that we do, it does affect us. Look at KFC. KFC got a fucking wait. KFC got a donut chicken sandwich. Who's buying that shit? But I bet you buying that bullshit. A donut chicken. I don't know what you call it. A donut chicken sandwich. What is that? But this is what KFC's promoting. But of course they're gonna make it cheap. And guess who's gonna buy it more? Our people, because it's cheap. You know what I mean? And then you want to know why we're the leading as far as high blood pressure, high cholesterol, obesity, and everything else. They're already injecting things in animals already. I've seen how they inject stuff in chicken. We don't know what they're injecting in cows and chicken and all this other stuff and pigs. And we don't know why, and then we sit there, we don't know why we're dying. And we are the leading cause of these diseases, because that's what they are, really. But our people want to play around with this, man, and this is not a game, man. This is like, and even when we try to do it, we did a video about eating healthy and said, look, if you're gonna eat meat, just eat less of it, but put majority of your plate as far as fruits and vegetables. So that way you could all that could wash away, all that can get out your system. Because if you don't, because they said meat, they said beef stays up into your system for like what, a week or something like that. Yeah, you got to flush that out. You got to flush that out, man. That shit is no joke. And then you want to know why, the cancer and colon cancer and all that shit is no joke, man. So. But we just gotta do better, man. We just gotta do better, man. But the laws, but these people, but the point I'm trying to answer to Craig, what do we do? Maybe I don't know. Craig may have an answer, but what do we do? What is your best suggestion in how to when we go up against these people who got these huge platforms and they sell this fucking ridiculous stuff that's not helping us? But then they claim that they for black people. What is your thoughts on that, brother?
Well, man. Well, first of all, a lot of these black people are gonna have to be left behind. We're not gonna be able to change and build with all of them,
right?
Because after those type of statements that people like King Noble and Nature Boy and Hassan Campbell and whoever the hell else is making, misinforming people, I'm just promoting this poison. If there are people, well, some people operate from a blind follower position to where they're going to follow behind these people, regardless of what they say and what they do. Just like you showed with those old Hebrew Israelites, the statements that they were making. So we got to think. Some of the people, unfortunately, have those type of mentalities. That's why they follow up behind these different people. Now, I guess we would have to go back and backtrack and find out, how did Nature Boy and King Noble and all of these guys, how did they get big platforms? Because this platform is a lot more consistent. We don't endorse homosexuality, pedophilia, or none of this like off the wall spooky shit. We just deal with facts and truth. But sometimes, well, I gotta say this, a lot of people just really aren't ready for the truth. They don't want the truth. They want to believe in these fairy tales. It's like a fairy tale has a lot more of an entertainment value than truth and facts. So these spooky stories about, these people living on, the dark side of the moon and this nature boy talking, making these statements, man, that he lets his son touch his penis. Look at who his followers are. A lot of them
Mm.
probably degenerate as
Mm-hmm.
hell. They're not interested in any type of self-improvement. They're just like a reformed thug or some type of reformed prostitute or something, pardon my French. But they're not into self-improvement. They read a couple of books. They get a little bit of knowledge, but their everyday lifestyle does not reflect this.
That's right.
So
Mm-hmm. That's right.
we got to clean up as a people. First of all, you have to, clean up, man. Carry yourself with dignity and respect and honor. And if you can't do that, it doesn't matter how much information that you're able to regurgitate. If you're not living a decent, clean life, who cares about how many books you have or how many facts you can recite? Because you're poisoned from the inside.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think. I just believe, man, we just have to just continue doing what we're doing. Like we can't worry about people like that because they're going to continue to have followers. They're going to continue. I believe a lot of their followers, probably 25 to 30% of them are white people, just hiding behind
Yeah.
black profile pictures.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
A lot of them probably pay for subscribers. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Who knows, man? But some people are just interested in all them conspiracy theories and that science fiction bullshit. They don't want the truth. So, I mean, at this point, man, just keep doing what you're doing, bro. Like, don't get caught up in that foolishness, man, with, them nature boys and Hassan, Campbells. I mean, them dudes, man, they just gossipers. They like arguing back and forth. One day it's Sonetta versus Hassan Campbell. Then the next day, Sonetta. I mean, it's just like a big ass soap opera.
Yeah, yeah.
Sonetta got smoked with Brother Polite.
Mm-hmm.
Later, he got smoked with Umar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like damn. I forgot what they used to call that old soap opera, Days of Our Lives or something. Yeah, man. Soap opera. It's just entertainment, man. What they call edutainment. A little bit of education sprinkled in with entertainment, man. So you just gotta take it for what it is, bro. Accept it for what it is at the end of the day. But I let Bakari speak.
Man, for me, people like what's his name? Y'all just said his name. It don't matter. Nature Boy.
Right.
And people like I really don't worry about them. How can you pull people away from them? In all honesty, man. In all honesty, it's gonna be very hard. So I don't even try. Actually, look, I live up the street. I live with this lady that's not directly about a mile and a half, 2 miles from me. Her and her sisters are New Wapians.
Mm.
When you talk to people like that, man, you just realize ain't no pulling them away.
Mm.
So, man, you just have to deal with people. You just have to deal with people. You have to deal with people that want to deal with you, that want to know something, that want to learn, that want to do better, and that want to help black people.
Yeah.
I can't. Like, I'm gonna give you an example. And they talk a lot. The 5%ers, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they would tell you in a heartbeat, they are not a pro-black organization.
Mm.
They are not black first.
Mm.
They believe in teaching white people. They believe they are not, because they were taught they are supposed to go out and teach everybody else. And I don't know who told black people that it was our job to try to save the world and save other people, but we can't even save ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to go out and teach them. Some people you have to just leave alone, just like some of those Moors who out here trying to tell people you don't need a driver's license. You don't need a tag. The only thing you can do is tell people, look, man, that dude is lying, you're going to go to jail.
Mm-hmm.
Because one of them was trying to convince me. I say, look, man, I told him, hypothetically, let's say you're telling the truth. It was so much easier for me to go get a damn driver's license. So if somebody pulled me over, here go my license, then walk around with a stack of papers with about 10,000 sheets of paper in your hand to try to find one to prove that you're right about something. And most of they are not right. It's just something that they made up.
Mm-hmm.
As Cyrus Sue said, they called him a cornerstone mo. Ain't been no further than the penitentiary. But they're the
Mm-hmm.
smartest people on earth now that they done read 4 or 5 books. And that's not all. Because like I say, I have a couple friends that's Moors, and that's not all. That's why I said some. So that's
Mm-hmm.
something I get away from. And it's the other people who want to sit there and who want to listen. It's going to be very hard to get them away. They're going to have to get burned. They're going to have to
Mm-hmm.
really get burned by what they believe or what they perceive as absolute fact, absolute truth. They're going to have to be burned about it in order for you to get them away from it. We can talk to them, you can tell them, you socialize, you don't be rude. But then once you say what you say, you just have to move on. Because our people is more content with dealing with that than we are. I heard some people in the barbershop the other day. I didn't even get in the conversation. Just talking about that ain't no school Dr. Umar got. He just got a building. Anybody can get a building. So I almost said, won't you just go get one then?
Right.
Anybody can just go, anybody can get a building. It take funds to run a school. And I'm not
Mm-hmm.
trying to say Dr. Umar is perfect, because I know he ain't, because ain't nobody perfect, right?
Mm-hmm.
Never been no man walk this earth that's perfect. But he a dog, Dr. Umar, but then turned around and started talking about how great the leaders of the ADOS organization is. You understand? So some
Mm-hmm.
people you have to just get them away from that. Some people can talk real good and sell a dream.
Mm-hmm.
And once you, if they hustle, think about them. Just think about this. And we had this conversation the other day. These people, a lot of them just been in prison, have done time in prison, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I heard Professor Brother Larry say this because he said he don't like to be called professor. I heard Brother Larry say this, who say he had done a total of 25 years in prison, right? He said, you know why people in prison can get out and hustle so good, can scam so good? Because the whole while they're in prison, that's what they practicing on.
Mm. Right. Right.
So when they get out, they know how to do it.
Right.
So for me, you just have to get away from those people. Try to get as many as you can away, but it's gonna be very hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like how, watch this. How hard is it to get a black person to believe in black people? Just think
Mm.
about that. That's how hard it's gonna be to get those people away from nonsense. Now I get a mic.
Brother Maurice?
Oh, we could touch on that one last issue as well whenever Brother Maurice comes back. I've still yet to watch the videos. I bookmarked them though. I wonder,
What?
but Brother Bakari, are you familiar with what Brother Maurice told us earlier
About what? Because I went on here the whole
about
show.
IG, Irritated Genie, the statements that he made?
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know, but me and Maurice have discussed some of that about the irritated genie.
Yeah. I mean, well, something he just brought to light, man. This recent stuff about Irritated Genie. Some statements, man, that were real like suspect.
Yeah,
Like suspect.
when he said take him in the back and put a bullet in the head, something like that.
Nah, I'm not. I'll wait till Maurice comes back because he was talking about something. I haven't watched the videos yet, but he posted them over here in the sidebar. He was saying, Irritated Genie went on and said something to the matter of if somebody catches him with the white person behind closed doors, like with the white woman in the bed behind closed doors, don't go out and tell the people or something like that. I
Mm.
forgot. I had to let Maurice explain it because I haven't
Yeah,
watched
I
it
know
yet.
what you're talking about. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
so you
hoping
seen the video?
I know what you're talking about. Uh-huh.
you saw the
Mm.
videos.
Yes, I've seen some of them.
Mm.
Okay. Could you enlighten me a little bit since Maurice isn't here? What are some of the statements, the questionable statements that were made?
I'm gonna be honest. I can't remember all the statements. I'm just being honest. And it's
Okay.
not just because irritated Gene and my boy either. I just don't remember.
Yeah, he's
But
well
me and
respected, man.
but me and
Well
him had a
respected.
conversation Like, man, there's been people disappointed.
Mm.
And he was
When were
like,
these statements made? I mean, just recent? Because I never heard of this until today.
they're like older statements. He was going through because he going through stuff with his ex-wife now. And there's a lot of
Right.
stuff people have been saying about him, not just those statements. There's a lot of statements people have been saying about they have been making about the irritated genie. They
Okay.
talk about how he's an extreme male chauvinist
All right.
and how he controlled his wife and the way he would treat his wife.
Wow.
Not that he ever got physical abusive with her, but they claim that they say it was a lot of verbal abuse. And according to Irritated Genie, when I talked to him and we discussed it, from what he told me was that when the time is right, he gonna come out in that dress at all. That's all I know. He wouldn't go in. He wouldn't go in detail with it. He just said when the time is right, he's gonna come out, and he wouldn't go in depth. He said when time is right, he's gonna come out and address it.
Okay. Yeah, cause see, I got mad respect for Irritated Genie, man. But I mean, man, but what I just heard with Brother Maurice, some of the statements that were made, man, they were
Yep.
real
But see, the
suspect.
statement about the white woman wasn't basically him. They claimed it was somebody. Man, I can't even remember. You know, he had a thing called Warren Horizon, right?
Yes.
And it used to be a lot of. If you go on, YouTube, you could find a whole playlist where they had a lot of different rappers doing. I would say positive rap and talking about black people coming together and fight white. Actually, it was about one of the dudes that they knew that was in one of those rap groups who supposed to be bigging up black women,
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
but
Yeah,
dating white women
yeah, I've seen that. Yeah,
behind it. And
right. They actually showed the picture of him with them.
and they took
Yeah.
his music down off the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they say the elders. Now I don't know how true this is. They say that the elders, where they in the elder organization, the elders, the group, said there was no need to discuss it anymore. Put him out. He was put out, and they took down. Because if I find that playlist, you'll see there's been a whole lot of songs, whole lot of music deleted, and it was his music from the group that he was in, and I think he was put out the group. So I think the group came back and did something without him.
Okay.
Yeah, so the statement he wasn't necessarily talking about himself when he said that. He was talking about somebody that they knew that got caught with the white girl that was posting pictures.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely. Brother Maurice, are you there? Because the way he explained it was a lot different. I don't know. He probably stepped away right now.
Yeah, he's like, if you tell me, don't tell nobody. But I'm saying, but the statement when he wasn't basically just talking about himself though. He did say, if you catch me, don't tell nobody. But he wasn't basically talking about himself, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
He was talking about something that had happened within the organization. And I guess they chose not to tell nobody. They chose to put the dude out, the organization.
All right. Okay, yeah, I gotta wait till Maurice comes back because I haven't watched the videos yet. This was just brought to my attention.
And from my understanding, when me and him discussed some of it.
Yeah. So
I'm back. What did I miss?
oh, nothing.
I was asking a question a little bit. I was calling your name. I wanted you to explain to us because I bookmarked the videos that you posted over here to the right. But if you could explain a little bit about the situation that's going on, because this is really, really troubling to me about the things that
Well,
the statements you said were made.
right. Well, Irritated Genie had made a statement in the videos, and he makes a lot more than just that one. But one of his statements, he said that if a person were to see him in the hotel room, getting busy with the cracker, that this is what he's supposed to do. He He go in the hotel. He goes to the hotel room where they at. He gets in. He sees them doing what they're doing, right? They're engaging in it. So he says, it's okay for the person who saw him to leave the organizations, don't be around with him. But it's not okay for that person to tell other people what he saw. And that's straight out wrong. It's straight out wrong. I think as a leader, you should not only endorse that policy, but you should not be teaching the people this is what you're supposed to do. If you see it with your own eyes, then yeah, you can leave me alone, but you can't tell nobody else about it. That's the wrong part. You know, that's not cool. That's not right at all. You know, it's hurtful because Irritated Genie is a brother that we respect, admire, love. But I don't know what happened to him. I really don't know what happened to him, because he made a left turn, not just with that statement, but he's also said that the majority of Black women are like rabbit bitten dogs. The majority of Black women are no good. And you know that when you think about that he's talking about the majority of them, well, you don't even know the majority of Black women. Why would you? Where is this coming from? What is causing this big change? But yeah, I mean, it's the thing about
it. Statement about the Latinos you said too. I remember. I just came to mind.
Yeah, that he put them better than us. That they are better people than we are. And you know, I don't understand what made him take that turn. Period. I don't understand it. I don't agree with it. I don't understand it. But it's in video, you know.
I'm definitely gonna check it out. I'm definitely gonna just try to figure out. You know, I got to watch the whole video for myself and see what he's trying to get at. So I'm definitely gonna. I mean, it's very shocking because, because people do change for. People do change. We don't know what happened. We don't know why. But I hope. I mean, if he said that, man, I hate this. I have to lose a lot of respect for him, because that, you saying stuff like that, it's like you putting your own people down, man. Like, come on, we go through enough problems as it is, and we don't need somebody that's going to keep putting their foot on us like that. You know what I mean? So, especially as those who have a huge platform, we already know we don't need another Tommy Sotomayor. We don't need that no more, man. Enough is enough. So I just we just gotta, and all this goes what we are saying in this program, but all this unnaturalness is going on, which is lead to stress. Stress is another disease that people need to think about. When people just, when they say people make you sick, that's true. People do make you sick. People could say something to you that would turn you off. You ever been around people where people would say something that you just get turned off? You feel like you want to throw up, or you feel like you want to, oh, I got to get away with it, or sometimes they say, you hear things, you be like, I got to turn this off. It becomes poison. So people can make you sick. So people could cause stress, in your life, which, I mean, like I said, is another form of disease, where you could create heart attacks, heart disease, high blood pressure. All this goes what we're talking about. So we gotta take heed of the madness that's around us, because if we get with people that's like the people on this panel, loving people, a family, real family, because real family don't stress you out. Real family Hey, what you need, brother? What you need, sister? You know, sisters wouldn't, they're not gonna worry about, oh, well, why you come home so damn late? You know what I mean? I'm coming from work, but I mean, a brother is not gonna put down a sister or beat on her, just put his hands on her, or whatever. He's not gonna get into no homosexuality, none of this crap, because all this came from some European lifestyle that, for some apparent reason, some of our people became immune to it, and they think it's okay. But our history, and this is the reason why I say our history, our African history, prove otherwise. It proves that we didn't commit homosexuality. We did not commit pedophilia. We proved that.
That's right.
So why are we doing that? We're science people. We heal people. But I think the biggest mistake was these fucking Moors, and I'm gonna say it just like how I said it, went over there because what you gotta look at, if you look at the history of the so-called Moorish niggas, they went over there to help this white man to conquer Spain. It was a Spaniard that they were fighting for, and once they took over Spain, these black folks from Africa told all their secrets to the enemy. This is the reason why the Moors are the biggest traitors. So I'll be very careful if I call myself a Moor, knowing the history of what they did, because they the one who told all our secrets. This is the reason why they use our knowledge against us. This is facts. They didn't know about music. They didn't know about cleaning themselves. Who taught them that? Hell, they didn't even know nothing about traveling. So who taught them that?
Come on,
so
man.
there have been traitors in our race that taught our enemy, and this is how that enemy, they didn't even know how to make a gun. They didn't know about gunpowder. Gunpowder didn't come from them. So, we got to understand, and like I said, we did all this for the European, and we didn't get nothing back. We didn't get nothing back but headache and pain and diseases. And we don't learn. And my thing is like this, and I always say this. People always talk about Trump, right? Oh, Trump is this, da 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 da. And I said, and I tell black folks, I said, let me tell you something. Y'all learn a whole bunch. When it comes down to something evil and barbaric, y'all have no problem learning that and applying it to each other. Y'all don't have no problem killing each other, which white people used to stay killing each other in Europe. That's facts. Before they started to so-called try to conquer the world. There was a lot of infighting with white folks for every little stupid thing. But then we start, because we start to do that to each other, and we start to betray each other. Every time we try to be free, it was always some traitor telling massa. So what I'm saying is that I tell them, I say, you learn all these negative things through homosexuality, all this barbaricism, but you don't take nothing good that white people do, when it comes down to each other, like networking, having private meetings, trying to strategize to try to conquer something else, trying to talk another way. You don't do anything to take the good part what white people do. That's how white people make it so far. Because everything is internal with them. You see what I'm saying? They know how to network with each other. They know how to come together. But when it comes to what we try to do that, oh, now you being racist. What? See, the unnatural, that's unnatural. Because it's normal. You're going to stick with people that looks like you. You're going to want to be with somebody that look like you. I'm comfortable being with my own people. I'm comfortable. I love being around my own. I feel you can be yourself. You know how many black people, how they go to these parties or whatever, and they be the only black person there, and they can't be themselves? That got to be the most uncomfortable feeling. You be all these. You gotta go. All these white folks. You gotta act like them to make them feel comfortable. Nah, man, fuck that. You know. So it's this unnatural behavior has really caused a lot of damage to our race. Yes, we can have some solutions for it, but the problem is that it's a never ending battle, because every time we might have a solution and say, look, this is how you do right. This is what you need to do, blah, blah, blah. But it's always going to be that bigger force and say, nah, keep doing what you do. Keep committing homosexuality. I mean, to the point that now they passing laws to make it okay to be a bitch if you're a male. It's okay. They're giving all these rights to these liberal Democrats, and they doing all this demonic stuff. Now, all this, you could be a queer and you could be bisexual, and no one should touch you. No one should say nothing to you. Now, you can't even tell your kid, hey, man, you're a boy. You're supposed to be a man. You can't even tell your kid now, because you're going to have somebody going to tell you, you can't tell him that. He should be every way he wants. If he wants to be a girl, he could be a girl. I tell people straight up, and this is my solution. Don't let nobody tell you how you should treat your children. You put them in a place right there. Or if push come to shove, you hit them where it hurts. I'm talking about physically. You hit them where it hurts. That's all I gotta say. You hit them where it hurts. Physically. Because that's disrespectful for somebody who's not helping you raise your child, who's not putting money in your pocket, going to dictate to you how you should raise your child. Nobody should tell you, you can't teach your child to be a man. He should be where he wants to be. If he wants to be a girl, he could be a girl. No. No. We gotta put these people in their place, and we gotta hit them where it hurts. If you gotta slap the shit out of them, then you do that. You have every right to do that, because they out of line and they're being disrespectful. And to me, that's bullying. And I'm not gonna let nobody bully me. I'm not gonna let no LGBT bully me. These Democrat liberals bully me. Ain't none of these motherfuckers bullying me. Because at the end of the day, when shit happens, I gotta bear the problem. I gotta bear it, not them. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to just keep that in mind, that we have to fight. We got to keep fighting. This is a never. We don't know if we're gonna. We don't know. I mean, I'm a winner. I like to win. And if the battle takes 10 years, then it just had to take 10 years. I don't give up. And we should not give up. We should not say, well, if we can't beat them, join them. I don't believe in that. That's not happening. Not with me. And we got to be a consistent race. And we just got to, I think my solution, we just got to be consistent. And then people will listen, be like, damn, these people are consistent. And these people got a bigger platform. They flip-flopping and triple-flopping and, and we're going to be heard. We definitely going to, and as you can see, our platforms is growing little by little. People are listening. People are watching. And as long as we support each other, we're gonna win at the end of the day. And like I said, have you ever heard of Maurice Bakari and African Supreme? You ever heard about the turtle and the rabbit? Remember that story?
Turtle and the rabbit?
Yeah, the turtle and rabbit race. How the rabbit?
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Right, and how the rabbit, he thought he was fast and this and that, and I think the rabbit went to sleep. He went to sleep because he figured, the turtle was, he was all the way back there. He was all the way back there. So he's right. The rabbit fell asleep because he figured, I could just take a nap because the turtle gonna take his time. I got all day. So he's taking his nap, but he overslept. Next thing you know, that's how the turtle won the race. That's how he won. I thought that was a great story. I was like, wow.
Yeah, the tortoise in the hair. Yeah.
You're right. It's the same. It's the same thing. We're the turtle, but we're gonna win eventually. We're gonna win. Let have these people have these big platforms. But as long as we be consistent and give our people the tools that they need to live, and like you said, fight diseases and have a healthy life. Get away from negativity. That's another thing. We got to get away from negativity. I cut a lot of people off who still want to bring that negativity in my life. I cut them off. You got to cut people off. I don't care how long you knew them. Even when it comes down to your own blood. Even when it comes down to your own flesh and blood. If they bring any type of negativity to your home, cut them off. Because the only thing you're going to end up doing, they have stress, and that stress could create diseases, and you don't want to spread that diseases among your loved ones. Plain and simple. It's all about doing right. Okay? So I want to, and so we're going to just end this program. I want to give everybody last thoughts. And starting with Craig.
Okay, yeah, I get out of the way, but with what I have to say, but yeah, man, thanks for the invitation. In this time of unrest, man, the state of emergency, man, the coronavirus. Like all the brothers have shared, very valuable information up to this point, and I just want to reiterate for everybody out here, man, take care of yourself. Take care of yourself and see that this is the beginning of, many situations like this. Man, it could get a whole lot worse. Just be prepared to buckle down and, like the brothers have been saying, network and put together a group of, preppers or whatever you have to do, man, to survive through this, man. I mean, this is not over yet. Like the death tolls are rising. States are continuously being closed down. So hopefully everybody, has enough, man, for them and their family or some type of knowledge to be able to, do something, man. Just, be self-sufficient, man. I think that's what the wake-up call is all about. Us becoming self-sufficient and not taking everything for granted. Not sitting on, the white man's lap and just expecting, Daddy America to just hand down, all the Christmas presents, man. Stand up, be a man, be self-sufficient, be able to provide for your family. But yeah, thanks to the panel and, to everybody out here that's listening, the listening audience. So that's all I would like to say. Peace. Thanks for having me on.
Brother Muhammad?
Yes, sir. I just want to say thank you, Brother Guy, Brother CJ, and Brother Bakari. It was definitely an awesome program, like normal. That is what, and we should be very proud to be saying that's what we do. That's what we're known by. We put out quality information. We put out truthful and righteous information. Our people definitely need to hear and obey. Seriously, you really need to hear and obey. You're looking at there's so much foolishness out there, that's looking to lead you astray. But here we are, trying to give you what's right and give you what you need to sustain not only your life but sustain your children's lives. And Brother God, thank you for putting this on. And like I said, another excellent program. This is the message of life, light, and power. And we need to go ahead and accept it, eat it, and so that we can do better. Because this, as I said before, this ain't the real deal. There's one that's coming that's going to be the real deal. If you think you suffering now, trust and believe when the real one hit. If you ain't making it now, you ain't gonna make it then. So make the right, proper choices now. Make the changes right now, because this is all that you have. And I rest my mic. Thank you, big brother.
You're welcome.
And I thank you for inviting me to the show, Brother Guy Nollywood Jr. I appreciate the panel that was on with brother CJ, brother Muhammad. You know, we was on here. It was a good show, healthy dialogue, a healthy disagreement with me and brother Muhammad on something, and it's okay to disagree, long as you know you're still on the same team. It's okay to have a disagreement. No one got disrespectful with one another, so it was cool. The disagreement is okay as long as we listen to one another and we learn from one another. We know we have one another's best interests. That's what we have to. That's what the most concerning thing to me. A disagreement ain't gonna make us hate one another, and that's the best thing. And I agree, something bigger is coming. So that's why I'm trying to show as many videos as I can with people. We small now, but we're gonna get bigger. So whatever city you in, town you in, state, try to create a team because we gonna have to. If it's getting worse, we gonna have to take care of one another. Hey, I know we got a lot of black people caking for the Asians right now, but the Asians ain't gonna cake for us. We had a lot of black people caking for the Mexicans and the Guatemalans at that border with the kids in the cage. I remember we did that show, but those people are not gonna cake for us. Matter of fact, one of the first things Mexico did when they found out the coronavirus in the United States, they blocked off the border. No Americans allowed in Mexico. but, but yet it's still
Ain't that something? Wow.
but our people was caking for them and still want to cake for them. So we're gonna have to keep dealing with our people, talking to our people. But until we get them to turn, we have to keep working together and creating a plan for the ones who want to be a part of this plan, for the ones who want to be able to survive through what's coming. Cause I do agree with Maurice, brother Maurice, when he say this is just to see how people would react. Something bigger is coming. So since we feel something big is coming, and in our mind we kind of know something big is coming, whatever team you with, or if you're not with a team, if it's just yourself, start saving everything you can until you meet that team to make sure you and your household is taken care of until you can meet that team. And we have to be prepared for everything because we need, as you got to save any type of medicine. And I remember Maurice talking about that because he was I almost said, I can't even think of the word, but pharmacist. And he was naming certain medicines that you can't just keep for a long time. They'll get outdated. So we have to know all that stuff so we can keep and take care of ourselves. And, Sister Erica, Erica Howard, we're going to be doing another show. And she has some excellent information and some things that she have told us. We just need to learn from one another. That's the biggest thing. Learn from one another. So I yield the mic and I thank the chat and the panel. One love, man.
Thank you. You're welcome, brothers. You're welcome. But just to say this real quick, this is not a one-man show. You know what I'm saying? This is, if you look at the Europeans, they don't, white people, what the white man, he knows he can't do it by himself. So he unites with other white people to make things happen. The yellow man does the same thing. We as black folks, we got to learn to network and get and work together to make things happen. I give you a perfect example. Straight Outta Compton, that movie Straight Outta Compton. You had Eazy-E, he had the money. Ice Cube, he was a writer. Dr. Dre, he was he was good at the music, and they worked together. They came together, and they became famous, made a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? But they worked as a team. Everybody, even on this panel, we do different things, but we can come together like Voltron. You know what I'm saying? So but everybody know about the cartoon Voltron. They were different color lines, but they came together and became a powerful robot. So we can, everybody got a plan, and if we work together, we could become powerful. We can't do it by ourselves. There's no I in team. You know what I mean? So we got to keep that in mind. That unity that's when we say we got to unify. We got to unify because we can't do it by ourselves. You see what I'm saying? So the one of the other thing I want to say, make sure you stay clean. You know, we gotta make sure, you know, you can't stay dirty. Clean, make sure everything is clean. You know, wash your hands before you do anything. You know, make sure, make sure you got the necessities to make sure your house is clean and you're clean, because we gotta be clean inside and out. We gotta be clean inside and out. Our spirit has to be clean. Our mental, our psychic has to be clean. It's not just the physical, but the spiritual. We got to be clean people. So we won't have to be worrying about stuff like the coronavirus and the Ebola and all this other stuff. Even though these people, and I believe that they took something natural and they made it stronger and they used it as a bioweapon. You see this all the time in the movies. The movies they show you every day. This is what they do. So nothing has changed. Give me 1 second here. Nothing has changed. So nothing has changed. So we got to keep that in mind. We have to be clean people. We got to be in our natural state, because like I said, we taught them how to wash their ass. We taught the world how to wash, how to eat better. And I don't know how we lost that. Now, because now they eating all types of stuff, now we end up doing it too. And it's like, no, we got to be, if we supposed to be masters of this planet, when I mean masters, we create civilization, then we should be consistent. You can't be following, if we're the parents, then why are we acting like children by children? If you know what I'm saying? If we're supposed to be the parents of civilization, why are we letting our children tell us what to do? That's not happening. That's not happening. So I want to just say thank you. Thank you for the chat. I want to say thank you to, let me just call out some names. Thank you to Miss Life Lessons, Big You Up, Black First. Who else? Erica Howard. Who else? Let me see who else out there. Let me see. I think that's it. I thought I'm missing somebody here. Okay, I think that's it. So I want to thank you to the chat. Get those likes up. But I just want to just let Bakari just end that with the Marcus Garvey quote, and we out of here. Bakari?
Yeah, I'm here, my man. Be black, buy black, think black, love black. Everything else will take care of itself. Peace and one love.
Oh, and by the way, please support Brother Muhammad. Please support him. Donate, give him. Please support that brother. He does a lot of good. Just support that brother. Get one of his shirts. You know what I'm saying? And just support that brother. He does a lot of good work. So we need people like him to just just we need that energy. We need that energy. We need that energy to keep, because he's one of the brothers, just like the other brother. He keep us going. So please support him. Please support him. So thank you for everybody for watching. And I'll see you next time. Peace.
Peace.